Hello and welcome to Bengal Talk. I'm Mike Reed.
And I'm Lance Mellon.
Students can finally get excited as Governor Andrew Cuomo announced the first tuition freeze in 5 years, meaning students will pay the same amount for school next year as they did the past year. Since the SUNY 2020 plan started, tuition increases of at least $300 had occurred each year. This news was released while the governor announced the new budget, and despite this victory, it wasn't all that good. The budget did not include the DREAM Act, which would improve TAP and financial aid for undocumented students.
Sounds good, Mike. Students took another blow as the school announced that they are no longer waiving the housing deposit fee for EOP students. The housing deposit, which is $400, can be a huge barrier to the 465 students that benefit. The Equal Opportunity Program, with most of the housing already filled, it was stated that this year, incoming students will not have to pay due to the late notice, but in the years to follow, the fee will be applied. The United States government, senators, plan on having a meeting with top officials on the campus about these drastic changes.
On a correction from last week's episode, voter turnout was not as bad as they initially appeared, according to Director of Student Life, Sarah Young. Voter turnout was on par with averages over the past years. 2014, 609 ballots were casted, and in 2012 was when it was the lowest, and 359. Changes will be made to the election format to address the low turnout, according to Ms. Young, and all options will be considered, including changing of the dates.
Well, one man who knows how to spread a message is Senator Bernie Sanders, who was in Buffalo this week at the University of Buffalo. A packed alumni arena watched as Senator Sanders gave a rousing speech about college debt and student loans, raising the minimum wage, and taxing the 1%. We were able to gain access to the event and spoke to some students who gave us their opinion on the presidential candidate.
He understands the change. He understands that we need change, and he's willing to make the changes. And he's targeting our age group for a reason. And he knows that we're the future. He's willing to invest in it.
Bernie is definitely the most for the people. A lot of people support Trump because he says it how it is. But I feel as though Bernie says what's necessary, but with more compassion. Bernie Sanders is a different politician because he doesn't play the political game. He does things how he believes in them, and you know that he's firm in his beliefs and he's not going to change, but he also knows how to change things, I suppose. Yes. Yes.
I think he believes in my future as a college student, and
rather than trusting the economy at the time, he's trying to make big changes and radical changes to make big steps in our economy, and I feel like that's better than what most other candidates can do right now.
Lance, they were definitely feeling the burn. Speaking of presidential candidates, the first controversial, Donald Trump, will be coming to Buffalo as well. Trump will be holding his rally at the First Niagara Center downtown on Monday, April 18th. This is one day before the New York primary is set to open, in which Trump is predicted to have a huge lead over a top opponent, said Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Cruz held a private town hall to garner support at the UB North campus as well. Unfortunately, after being late to the event, the senator had to cut it short, and I was there, but I wasn't able to ask my question.
Gender-neutral bathrooms are a hot topic in the news, as more of the transgender individuals come out at younger ages. When a young transgender roller derby player committed suicide last year, Katie Birtle knew it was time to take action. Birtle has set up several gender-neutral bathrooms around the campus. They were designed to serve all students with a non-judgmental zone, regardless of sex and gender. Birtle and others feel the time has come to serve this segment of Buffalo State's community. Birtle encourages anyone to contact her in the library to get involved with other projects, including gender-neutral housing.
Many of you have heard about the Anne Frank project here on campus. The project uses storytelling as a vehicle to build relations and demonstrate conflict resolution. April is the unfortunate anniversary of the Rwanda genocide. This month has been designed as Genocide Awareness and Prevention Month. Each year, Professor Drew Kahn takes students on a trip to Rwanda to use storytelling to remember the tragic genocide that happened in Rwanda 20 years ago. 100 Days of Reflection also starts to honor the lives that were lost. For more information, please visit our Facebook site, as reporter Benjamin Joe spoke with Professor Kahn and students after they returned from their trip.
And on to something we have all been waiting for. Breaking news has just happened as the United States government has announced exciting news that rapper Bryson Tiller has been booked to be the headline artist at Springfest. A contract was sent out to 23-year-old rapper weeks ago. But news the contract was finalized comes as the concert is less than 2 weeks away. Springfest is one of the biggest events at Buff State during the year, and if no contract was signed, then the show would have been canceled. More information on ticket prices and the potential opening acts, stay tuned to all of the USG social media accounts.
I was hoping they were going to have, Kanye or someone come, but that concert will hopefully occur during Spirit Week, as USG announced the themes for the weeks. Starting Monday, April 25th, it will be Pajama Day. Tuesday is Decades Day, where students wear clothing from their favorite era. Wednesday is Wacky Tacky Day. On this day, students will wear their wildest combination of clothing. Thursday is Twin Day, and then Lance, hopefully me and you can, participate in that. And last but not least, Friday will be Denim Day, giving students the opportunity to wear their best jeans in their closet.
Before looking ahead to that, there are some interesting events going on this weekend. On Sunday, April 17th at 7 is a unique event called Afro and the Arts. It will be put on in collaboration between USG and the Ink Club and will take place in the social hall. Afro and the Arts is a celebration of diversity on campus and the uniqueness of Afro talent that presides here. There will be a performance by a live jazz band, spoken word, and many other forms of art on display. Students who will attend this event are also expected to wear formal attire, so basically, no sneakers, Mike.
I'm a sucker for Nike. Another option is the new exhibit over at the Birchfield Penny Art Center, where a new artist is on display. Sonic artist Andrew Deutsch installation is called Object as Energy Point, in which handmade speakers inspired the three other artists. Deutsch called it a form of wabi-sabi sci-fi, which means an appreciation for the used, the old, and sometimes the broken. Deutsch is also a music composer and will be performing his own work on May 8th. His installation will be on display until July 25th. It will be an event-filled week and continues to pass. Let's pass it to sports with Franklin and Lance.
Kick off things. Wednesday morning, the NFL said it does not plan to discipline the Buffalo Bills running back LaShawn McCoy for his alleged actions in a post-Super Bowl fight in a nightclub in Philadelphia. This means that McCoy, if he stays out of trouble, is expected to suit up Week 1 as planned.
Speaking of, we are all probably wondering who that opponent will be, and the NFL gods answered as they released the 2016 schedule yesterday, and it was everything football fans wanted. The Bills open up on the road September 11th versus the Ravens. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. And Bills fans were surprised to find that their home opener will come the following week and on a Thursday night when the Jets visit Orchard Park, and that game will be in primetime as kickoff will be at 8:25 p.m.
There are other key games that were announced, starting with the Super Bowl rematch with the Panthers versus the Denver Broncos. The season opener will occur on September 8th, while the Patriots open up on the road versus the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday night as they look to defend their AFC East crown. On Monday night, we have the typical doubleheader when two playoff teams from last year start off in Pittsburgh versus the Washington Redskins. And then the Battle of California when the newly relocated Los Angeles Rams take on the San Francisco 49ers late at 10:30 p.m. This is the second year that the 49ers have opened up on Monday Night Football.
And on to the draft. The Los Angeles Rams shocked the football world on Thursday morning by making a blockbuster trade with the Tennessee Titans for the first overall pick in the draft. That's going to happen later this month. Tennessee sent the top selection along with its 4th round, number 113, and 6th round, 177. This year, they will go to the Rams in exchange for Los Angeles' 1st round pick, number 15, 2 2nd-round selections, 43 and 45, a 3rd round, 76, this year. The Titans also would get the Rams' 1st and 3rd round picks in 2017. It's my opinion, and that of many other sports broadcasters, that the Rams will select University of California QB Jared Goff with the top pick. Remember, on draft day, to tune into radio station 91.3 WBNY for live, up-to-date draft information.
Yes, this was also the ending of the regular season for the NBA. But before we turn the eyes to the playoffs, they gave us a finale that we can all remember, with 2 huge games going down out on the West Coast. The first was the Golden State Warriors taking on the Memphis Grizzlies, as the Warriors were attempting to break what some thought to be the